Well, it's official. The Kyrie Irving sweepstakes have finally come to a close. As of yesterday, he was traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, a 2029 first-round pick, and 2 future second-round picks. And while this is great news for Dallas as you acquire a player of Kyrie Irving's talents, and it creates one of the more exciting backcourts in the entire league with both Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, the excitement wasn't really felt by everyone in the entire league, and by everybody, I mean members of Laker Nation, as we thought we were in a prime position to not only acquire Kyrie, but in getting him, he would greatly increase our chances of winning a championship. And even though we missed out on getting him, and I use the term missed out loosely, we didn't try hard enough, but that's another discussion for another day. There are still some players I think that we can acquire right now before the trade deadline on Thursday that can help us not only make that playoff push, but put us in a position to possibly win a title. So what I did was look around the league for players who either their names came up in a lot of trade rumors or they formally requested a trade from their team, and I compiled a list of guys who I think would best help the Lakers. And on that list are names like Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, Bojan Bogdanovic, Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, and Jay Crowder. And from that list, what I'm going to do is go through and talk about what would be the easiest way for us to get those guys, or if it's even possible for us to get them at all, and who gives us the best chance, of course, of achieving our ultimate goal, which is winning a title. So the first 2 players I'll be going over are Buddy Hield and Miles Turner as they play on the same team, and this would be a godsend to the Lakers to get the 2 of them as they address 2 of their biggest weaknesses. The first being Buddy Hield in his 3-point shooting, and Miles in his 3-point shooting as well, as he's knocking down 39% of all the threes he takes. But also looking back on Miles Turner with the rim protection, the defense, as the Lakers are not one of the better defensive teams in the league. Now, what would it take for them to get these 2 players? Contractually, you could really just trade the 2 of them for Russell Westbrook as it works out in terms of money, but the Pacers are going to want more than just Russell Westbrook from Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. What I think the Lakers should do, you can give up Russell Westbrook with 2 first-round picks to get them, and if that's not enough, the Lakers, I would be fine if we gave up Russ, Lonnie Walker, and 2 first-round picks to acquire Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. It's a lot to give up, but when you have 2 players of this caliber and how they are perfect for the weaknesses the Lakers have, I believe that it would be worth it. So the next name I wrote down was Kyle Kuzma.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
And even though I had written his name down, the more I think about it, the less I really like it. Not because I don't think Kuzma's a good player, but the less I like our chances of actually picking him up. Spoke to a few Wizards fans, and they let me know there's no one on the Lakers roster they'd really want who is in a realistic trade scenario. And then when I look at the Wizards, they have a ton of guard play, so they're probably going to want a forward from us. And I don't see them trading Kyle Kuzma for either Troy Brown Jr., Wenyen Gabriel, or Juan Toscano-Anderson. So with that being said, while I think Kuzma's a really good player and it'd be cool to have him back, I don't see a world in which we acquire him. Next on the list is Bojan Bogdanovic, and of course he would be a huge help to the Lakers with his shooting, as he's knocking down 42% of his threes, I believe, on 7-8 attempts a game. The more I look at this trade though, monetarily I had a scenario where you could trade Pat Bev and Lonnie Walker for Bojan. But then I think from Detroit's perspective, I don't know if Detroit would actually want to make that trade. You could throw in Austin Reeves and maybe a first-round pick, but then that'd be a lot to give up for Bojan, who I look at more as a complimentary piece. If there was a scenario in which the Lakers could acquire Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, and Bojan Bogdanovic, that would be perfect. But I don't see where you can give up Bojan's making $19.5 million to fill that salary and convince them to take a first-round pick just for Bojan. So while I thought it would have been a good idea to get him if the Lakers can find some way to do it, I don't see it as plausible, so I'd have to take Bojan off the list. Next on the list is Zach LaVine, who would be great to have in LA as he does everything in terms of scoring the basketball at an elite level. He's due to make $37 million this year, so the only feasible player the Lakers could trade is Russell Westbrook. But unfortunately, when you do that trade, Russ's $47 million is 10 more than what Zach is making, and it puts Chicago over the luxury tax. And then on top of that, Chicago is not even interested in dealing Zach LaVine, so while the name was written down, it's not feasible for it to happen. And speaking of Zach LaVine being a great scorer of the basketball at the shooting guard position, the next player I have is Bradley Beal, who fits the exact same build. Great scorer, guard, can shoot, would be excellent to have, but he's hurt at this time, and I don't know when he would come back. And if the Lakers are making a title push, acquiring a player who's injured and you're not sure when he's going to get back to playing does you no good. So Bradley Beal is off the table as well. And that leads us to Phoenix with Chris Paul and Jay Crowder. Chris Paul's name's been coming up in trade rumors as of recent, and Jay Crowder has been requesting a trade since the beginning of the season. I do think it's possible for the Lakers to pick them up if the Lakers were to give Russell Westbrook, Lonnie Walker, and a first-round pick, and in return ask for Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, and Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson would be tough to pick up because I know Phoenix likes him a lot, but if we can offer him that first-round pick with Russ, Lonnie, I'd even go as far as 2 first-round picks to get them. I do think that would be a big pickup for LA. So the remaining players who are either in trade rumors or have requested a trade who I think the Lakers can pick up would be Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, Bojan Bogdanovic, Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, and Cam Johnson. They wouldn't get them all at the same time, but I think if you can get 2 to 3 of those players, it gives the Lakers the best chance of winning a title. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you agree, if you disagree, what your thoughts are, be sure to comment down below. And also make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next video.